Kahit maulan ang panahon, tuloy pa rin ang mainit na labanan dito sa PhilOil Flying V Center sa lungsod ng San Juan. We got you covered for our Wednesday doubleheader. Ang unang maghaharap sa araw na ito ang Angels kontra Tacloban Fighting Warays. At mamaya naman, it will be the Navy Lady Oragons taking on the Air Force Lady Warriors. This is the live and exclusive coverage of the Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference na inyong mapapanood dito lamang sa SNA Livestream. That's sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL. Magandang hapon mga kapamilya. Ako po si Billy Capistrano and we got a very special guest joining me today. She is a 2018 Binibining Pilipinas Globe former lady spiker and current Cool Smasher player na si Michelle Gomabal. Nice to see you again, Michelle. How are you?
Hey, Billy. It's good to be here.
I know, first time to be partners and I haven't worked with you ever, so I'm really excited to be calling the shots with this game with you today.
But ever since college naman, I've been seeing you from
syempre.
courtside to a panelist and to a anchor now.
Oh, one year tayo nagsama sa UAAP. Diba? So, mga kapamilya, kung meron po kayo mga questions para kay Michelle, if you wanna keep up to date with her or gusto nyong sumali sa mga usapan namin dito, i-tweet nyo lang kami at ABS-CBN Sports gamit ang hashtag na PVL on ABS-CBN or hashtag AskMG on PVL. So, Michelle, are you ready to start this game?
Ready, Billy.
So
this is like a scouting report na rin for me.
Oo, tama.
So my coach can ask, Michelle, anong nakita mo dun sa game?
So we will see what Michelle will tell us dito sa game na ito. Let's get the show on the road. Tara, game! Alright, you guys, you're still with me, Billy Capistrano and Michelle Gomaba. We will quickly talk about the standings kasi nga medyo iba yung format natin this conference. Why don't you tell our live streamers yung sitwasyon ng bawat koponan here in the PVL, Michelle?
Well, Billy, and to everyone watching, we are currently in the quarterfinals. So yung standings na nakikita natin on your screens is for the quarterfinals only. Perlas and Air Force already. Even the Purest Water Defenders already have one win. And pantay naman ng Navy, Angels, and Tacloban at one loss. So both our teams right now, Billy, are coming from a first game loss for them here in the quarterfinals. And kakaiba talaga yung system natin because after the first round, waiting na ang top 2 teams for the semifinals and the bottom 6 will all have to go through one more round.
Tama ka dyan. So it is a long wait for our top 2 teams. Yan ang High Flyers at ang Cool Smashers. Alam ko, medyo break kayo. So we will see kung itong Angels at Tacloban Fighting Warays, who will get rather their first win in the quarterfinals. Now, speaking of our teams here in the PVL, hindi lang naman yung mga players, yung mga kinikilala natin, pati na rin yung mga important people behind the scenes. Now, why don't we get to know more about the owner of the Tacloban Fighting Warays? Panoorin po natin ito.
They have the fighting spirit of the Warayanons, ang palabang team ni Coach Nes Pamilyar, ang Tacloban Fighting Warays. At nasa likod ng bagong bihis ng koponan ay ang suporta mula sa isa sa mga pinakamalaking sports patron sa bansa, ang presidente ng Bounty Agro Ventures Incorporated, na si Ronald Mascareñas.
We felt na we need to strengthen that connection with the direct consumers. So in 2016, we were looking for a collegiate team who will adapt yung aming philosophy sa sports, which is to restore the true spirit of sportsmanship.
Die-hard fan ng basketball si Ronald. At pagkatapos ng matagumpay nilang partnership with the Gilas program, Para sa kanya, ito na ang tamang panahon para bigyan naman ng suporta ang mga talented volleyball athletes ng bansa.
Kinausap ko si Melmac. Sabi ko, Mel, can you find me a team? Basta willing to imbibe and showcase yung true spirit of sportsmanship. So the opportunity came up sa volleyball.
Naniniwala rin sila na malaki ang may tutulong ng Fighting Warays para bigyan ng inspirasyon ang mga aspiring volleyball players na nasa probinsya.
Main reason why we really are passionate about supporting yung Tacloban na Fighting Warays. Itong volleyball team na to will serve as an inspiration sa Tacloban. Alam naman natin lahat kung ano nangyari sa Tacloban. And I think yung Fighting Warays will exemplify yung struggle nila, yung willingness nila, yung drive nila na makabangon.
Kaya naman umaasa rin silang magiging matagumpay ang Tacloban Fighting Warays sa kanilang kampanya dito sa PVL Reinforced Conference.
To the Tacloban Fighting Warays, I'm very confident that you are one of the most competitive team. I think you're the team to beat. So I wish you good luck. Pakita niyo yung galing ninyo and continue to inspire the great people of Tacloban. Mabuhay kayo!
There you have it, the team owner of the Tacloban Fighting Warays. Alam mo, Michelle, it's always nice to know that we have people helping out our different teams na naniniwala sa capabilities ng ating mga players.
And this is important here in a very young sport. People who really want to invest not only their support but also the money to be able to grow the sport and to share it to more kids, especially the youth.
Exactly. And of course, speaking of Tacloban, sabi ni Mickey, mag-share daw ako. I was recently in Tacloban a couple of weeks ago.
Maulan din ba?
Medyo sunny in the first few days, pero it started to rain the latter part of my stay. Pero ang ganda. Tacloban is such a great place. Leyte in general was such a beauty. It was nice to see the different places, different beaches, and the people are incredibly resilient and friendly.
Hindi pa ako nakakapunta. I
Punta
think
tayo.
I've been to Leyte once, pero nag-guest lang yata kami or volleyball game lang yon. Pero
Ayan.
hindi kami nakaikot.
You should go visit. I was in Kalangaman Island.
Yun yung sikat.
In
Kalangaman.
Leyte.
Oo.
Medyo maulan lang na pumunta kami, but then I encourage everyone to go to Leyte to experience the beaches, the food, and the people. Now, back to our game today. Pag-usapan na naman natin yung dalawang koponan na maghaharap ngayon. Of course, yung Angels at ang Tacloban Fighting Warays. Let's start with the Angels. They are coming off a loss, as you said a while ago, kontra ang Air Force Lady Warriors. It was a 4-set game with the Angels winning one, yung first set nila, but then dropping the 3 other sets.
In this game, Billy, nakita natin yung Angels, they ended the first round on a high note. Talagang parang nag-winning streak na sila after starting slow in this season. But that game versus Air Force Lady Warriors, akala natin matutuloy nila yung winning streak nila. But after winning a 25-18 first set, it was very convincing. Nahulog yung second to fourth set. It was really more of Pocari having the Air Force Lady Warriors having more production in terms of points. Myla Pablo acted as another import for the Lady Warriors, and Trak and Olena Limareva were the only ones with double digits for the Angels. And malaking bagay yung pag-score ng points ng mga locals para may katulong sa production numbers itong mga imports natin dito sa PVL.
You're right. You know, it was a good sign that they won that first set, but after that, it was really downhill from there. Parang nawala na lang ng gana itong Angels. Pero ang isang player na talagang ganado maglaro sa araw na yon, kakakasal lang niya. The previous day, we got Maricar Balawalawad or Kai Nepomuceno na naging Balawalawa na. She had 4 aces in that game, 5 points, 4 of them aces.
Kai or Maricar? Well, we all know as Kai.
Formal ng Maricar.
Isa mga stand-out to ng NU. She's a very versatile player. She can play outside, she can play opposite. But now, I think in the PVL, gusto niya mag-best server. 4 out of the 6 service aces of Angels credited to Maricar. And she was always pulled out from the bench by Coach Jerry all throughout the game. Kasi alam na, maaasahan nga naman, iba yung maturity na dala ni Kai dito sa game nila for the Angels.
Of course, Kai Nepomuceno, one of the veterans for the Angels, having played for National University in the UAAP. We will see kung dala-dala niya yung after-wedding luck niya dito sa laro nila against sa Tacloban. Yung
Andito, nakita ko pa yung hubby niya dito,
pumunta ka sa
watching live.
Pumunta
Of
ka sa wedding.
course.
We'll
She was
talk
my
about
teammate
we'll talk
last
about her
year.
wedding later on. Pero pupunta naman tayo sa panig ng Tacloban Fighting Warays. Of course, this team, galing rin sila sa isang talo against the Perla Spikers, who have just been continuing their winning streak here in the Reinforced Conference. It was just a 3-setter game, and the Tacloban Fighting Warays stood no chance against the Perla Spikers.
We have yet to see the locals of the Tacloban Fighting Warays to produce more numbers for their team. We saw Jovelyn Prado coming up at 9 points, and it was only Amporn who had 12 points in that last game. So kung ikukumpara mo talaga dun sa production numbers ng Perlas, Billy, lumayo sila in terms of spikes and in terms of points. Kaya malaking bagay yung locals, as I said earlier, to really step up. Because inside, it's 4, 5 locals playing with 2 imports. So malaking bagay pa rin na kondisyon, and malaking bagay yung napoproduce natin na numbers being local here in the PVL.
Now, speaking of the locals, sabi mo nga itong si Jovelyn Prado, she was the top scoring local in that game with 9 points. And you know, in moments of distress, the team will really look for a leader on the court. And for the Tacloban Fighting Warays, it is Jovelyn Prado.
She is the captain of her team, so wala na talagang tatakbuhan. They're a relatively young team, no? Coming from Arellano, most of them are teammates, having the coaching staff still intact. Jovi she also has been my teammate before, and malaki yung presence niya sa loob. She's very confident with how she plays. She scored 9 points for her team in that last game. So now kailangan natin yung maturity makita talaga from Jovi and her other teammates.
So we will see nga kung itong si Jovelyn Prado, she will step up once again here in this game. But of course, as you said, we need to see more of the local players contributing offensively and defensively for the Tacloban Fighting Warays. Now, pag-usapan naman natin, of course, yung first round matchup nitong ating dalawang koponan. That was May 9, 2018, and the Tacloban Fighting Warays. They won that game 3-2. It was a thrilling 5-setter game.
Pinatagal pa nila.
Pinatagal talaga.
Alam mo, mostly, Billy, kapag ikaw nauna ka sa 2 sets, tapos nahabol ng kabilang team yung third and fourth, usually momentum na yan eh. In volleyball, it's a game of momentum. So it was good to see na, although 15-13 yung last set, the Tacloban Fighting Warays really pulled through. Although, yes, pinatagal nila yung game. Pero as you can see, lahat ng sets sobrang magkakalapit except for that 4th set. Pero malaking bagay talaga yung momentum in volleyball. Dito natin makikita, if you break your momentum, you can easily lose the game. But if you ride on your momentum, makukuha mo talaga yung game, and patuloy-tuloy rin talaga yung wins.
So we can definitely say na itong Angels, they have an axe to grind sa Tacloban Fighting Warays. Tignan natin kung sino nga ang magwawagi sa laro na ito. But before we start this game, we want to invite everyone to join our conversation. You can tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports gamit ang hashtag na PVL on ABS-CBN if you have thoughts, suggestions, or comments, or if you want to ask Michelle anything, also just tweet us hashtag AskMG on PVL. Yan yung hashtag ni Michelle.
Para maikli lang.
Oo, para hindi naman ni Michelle gumawa. Para maikli lang naman yung hashtag namin. Hindi kayo mahirapan. You can do that. Hashtag AskMG on PVL. Also, check out our Instagram account. That is at ABS-CBN Sports to see our exclusive photos and videos. And to keep up to date on all things Premier Volleyball League, just go to our website. That's sports.abs-cbn.com/livestream/PVL. You can also follow and like our Facebook page. That's at Premier Volleyball League. At syempre, dahil mahal namin kayo mga live streamers, meron kaming special feature dito, and that is the Star Cam. You can just tweet the name of the player na gusto nyong tutukan or panoorin the whole set or the whole game. You can tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports, and don't forget the hashtags StarCam and PVL on ABS-CBN. So kung gusto nyo si Michelle yung ipa-StarCam nyo, go ahead. Go ahead, dahil katabi ko siya ngayon and she's ready for that StarCam. Kita nyo naman yung makeup niya, fully made. Prepared na prepared for this game. So mga kapamilya, let us begin this game. And for now, we will call on the starters from our 2 teams.
Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Bobby Celso. Second referee, Mr. Fernando Velarde. Let's call on our starting lineup from our Petro Gazz Angels. Let's begin. May we request our drummers to please refrain from beating on the drums as we introduce the athletes. Thank you. Let's start off with their team captain, number 4, Stephanie Mercado. At number 1, Cherry Rose Nunag. Number 5, Relea Ferina Sae. Number 9, foreign guest player from Serbia, Anastasia Trash. Number 11, Alisa Layo. Number 12, foreign guest player from Serbia, Olena Limaleva Fling. Libero, number 10, Rika Jane Enclona. Libero, head coach, Mr. Jerry Yee. Calling on our Tacloban Fighting Warays. Team captain is number 18, Jovelyn Prado. At number 2, Mary Ann Esguera. Wearing jersey number 10, Maria Sholome Alvarez. Number 12, Kyle Ann Negrito. Number 19, foreign guest player from Thailand, Pachari Sangmuang. And number 11, foreign guest player from Thailand, Yapa Amporn. Libero, number 9, Jan Eunice Galang. Head coach, Mr.
We're back and you're still watching the Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference. Ito nga ang starters ng ating dalawang koponan for the Tacloban Fighting Warays. You got Prado, Sangmuang, Esguera, Yapa, Alvarez, Negrito, and Galang. And for the Angels, we have Track, Layog, Nemareva, Mercado, Nunag, Saet, and their libero, Inclona. So initial thoughts for this game, Michelle?
It's their usual lineup. They started the whole first round na ganito yung pinapakita nilang lineup in the first set. But what's surprising is the change in the imports of the Tacloban Fighting Warays. We see Sangwang suiting up.
Yes.
So we see a slight change. You can do that here in the PVL. So there's rules na pwede ka magpalit. So any time of the season, you're allowed. Injury, pwede ka magpalit. So the teams have the liberty to do that.
So very flexible naman ang PVL with regard to their imports. And here we got Joby Prado. That is outside. It's going to be a point. They draw first blood ang Angels.
They go to Joby Prado. Syempre, we all want the locals to really step up for this game because pag import conference kasi, Billy, alam mo na pupunta sa import yung bola because higher percentage sila, they score more points. So, ang babantayan mo talaga are the imports. So, pag nagsistep up ang mga locals, nakakagulat yun for the other team. Hence, helping them score more points for their own team.
And that's why we always say that when there are imports here, dapat nga mas ganadong maglaro ang ating mga local players because they get inspired to step up to the challenge that itong mga imports they give them. Here comes Joby Prado once again. Nandoon si Shen Cruz. But that will be a point here for the Tacloban Fighting Warays.
Tacloban gets her first point.
Hirap mag-predict kapag ganitong game kasi kahit sino kaya mag-step up, kayang kumuha ng momentum for their team. As we watch their past match-up, diba? Pinag-usapan natin kanina, 2-0 na Fighting Warays, nahabol pa.
And of course, pupunta muna tayo sa Twitter to read some of your tweets. This one is from Glenn_Gio. Hi, Gumapaw Michelle. Who has been your idol in the volleyball world, local and or international player? Hi from Toronto. So, sino nga ba ang idol ng isang Michelle Gumapaw?
Serving for the Angels.
When I was young, sobrang idol ko talaga Lasal players na talaga. So, hindi ako masyado nakakanood ng international, pero my sister joined Lasal, and napapanood ko kasi noon Manila Santos, Maureen Penetrante, Chi Saet. So, sobrang idol ko talaga sila. Yan si Ate Chi, sobrang idol ko. Lahat ng mga Lasal spikers before, kaya siguro ako na-inspire to also join them.
The DLSU greats, and of course, who knew a few years after mapanoorin yung mga players niyan, ikaw rin naging DLSU great,
Who knew
diba?
talaga? Who knew? I didn't even know.
Hindi lang naging DLSU great, naging binibining Pilipinas glow pa, diba?
Naitawid.
Tacloban.
you're free to dream. Yung mga bagets natin nanonood. If Michelle Gumawa doesn't inspire you, well, sino pa ba? Dahil you can dream big and makakamit mo rin ang mga dreams mo. Tulad niyan si Chisa who sets it up to track. Here comes Sang Muang. Cross court, no go. Side once again to Limareva. That is a point for the Angels who are on a roll here in the first set.
What a back row spike. Nakita na ni Chisait, nagkakagulo yung front row ng Angels. Sets it up to the back row. Iba talaga kapag lagi kang ready. Kasi yan yung mga isang struggles ko, Billy, yung back row. Kaya never mo ako makikita pumalan ng back row. But all these imports, you see them really attacking like it's the front line.
Yes. Very versatile talaga itong mga imports natin. Walang takot. Kahit saan sa court pumapalo. And that's why they're proven to be effective here in our reinforced conference. If you notice sa lahat naman ng teams natin, talaga yung imports yung nagsa-step up big time. Born gets that one to go. Another point for the Fighting Warays. For now, we are at 5-3. Here comes Joey Prado, preparing to serve for the girls in blue.
Team captain, Jovi Prado, serving for Tacloban.
Saet to Limareva. Nagawa ang Fighting Warays. Angels now up by 3.
So much power in that spike. Even though she was coming from the back row, you see her arms swing. Yung pagtalon pa lang niya, she doesn't get that much elevation. Pero yung power na na-generate niya dun sa palo niya, talagang nasisira yung blocker sa harapan.
And with that, bumawi naman itong Fighting Warays. Another point for them. Talking about imports a while ago, and yung isang import nga na itong Fighting Warays, nanonood siya actually.
Yeah, she's here.
She's here. Sangpan, if I'm not mistaken.
One of their middles. So,
on the regalo.
napalitan ni Sangmuang si Sangpan, and Esguerra is coming in as one of the other middles here. Marzan also used to play as a starter for the Tacloban Fighting Warays. So nakikita natin siguro yung lalim ng bench nitong Tacloban Fighting Warays. And Coach Ness, kilala niya yung mga players na to because although Coach Obet is the head of Arellano, they all know each other. And volleyball is a very small world. So malaking bagay talaga kapag malalim yung bench. Billy, marami kang mahuhugot in times na nangangailangan ng team.
Coach Ness trying to find that perfect chemistry on the court here for the Tacloban Fighting Warays. But looks like in this first set, itong Angels, they really got their rhythm going on. And of course, you'd like to remind our live streamers na mamaya meron tayong laro at 4 p.m., 6 p.m. rather. That's going to be the Air Force Lady Warriors going up against the Air Force Lady Warriors going up against Iriga Lady Oragons. And here we got the previous matchup. Let's talk about the numbers of the previous matchup last June 9, 2018. Michelle?
Malaking bagay yung spikes na nakuha ng Air Force Lady Warriors versus the Angels in that game. And nasabi nga natin na yung production ng imports plus Myla Pablo, malaking bagay yung nadala ni Myla Pablo yung local game niya. And 18 points, she scored more than one of their imports. And it was really a team effort from them. The Angels, although the imports were the only ones with double digits, bumawi naman sila sa aces. Ito yung pinag-usapan natin kanina kay Kaine Pomoseno Baluwalawa. So medyo tongue twister yun, Billy, but kaya naman.
Tingnan natin kapag pumasok na si Kai, papasok siya sa game na ito. Kung
basta
kaya na
magsasabi yung buong pangalan niya.
Kung kaya na natin sabihin yung kanyang full name, of course, we want to congratulate her. I know they've been together for a while.
Oh, 10 years.
10 years.
And she changed her jersey na.
Yes.
Alam
During
mo,
that game talaga, meron ng kapalit.
Magkasama kami ni Melissa Gohing nung nag-post sila ng picture on Instagram. Tinanong niya ako, ikaw ba magpapalit ka ng jersey? Kasi syempre malaking bagay yun eh. The name at the back of your jersey. So magpapalit ka ba? Parang we were asking each other. Parang kami nasagot no.
No doubt. Sen, gusto mo yung sayo lang. Doon ka na nakilala kaya let's keep it.
Oo, tsaka diba, volleyball is yours ever since college.
Pero baka matagal pa.
Matagal pa. Baka hindi na nga kami naglalaro nun eh.
Grabe, iniisip nyo na yun kaagad.
Lala. Just food for thought.
Well, let's get back to this game. It is 8-7 with the Angels in the lead, and we got a rally going on. Scrappy plays for both teams. Here comes Shola Alvarez. Shen Cruz. They send it to the other side. It's a free ball here for the Fighting Warays. Negrito to Prado. Mercado was there. Hinabol ni Shen Cruz. Limareva. Once again, another free ball, chance ball. Negrito pupunta kay Alvarez. Great blocking. And a point there for the
cross.
Angels, who continue to slip
Tacloban.
away from the Fighting Warays. 9-7 is our score.
Alvarez not getting that ball across. Not over for the Fighting Warays. Good rally though. We haven't
good
seen
rally.
that long of a rally dito sa first set.
It looks like both teams are pumped up and ready to go. Shola Alvarez once again, blocked, same spot. Sangwang, short point for the Angels.
Ball is in.
2 points up, 2 points given. Those easy turnovers na nakikita natin from both teams. Ito yung mga chances nila na makalamang eh. So ito yung mga kailangan talaga pagtuunan ng pansin because yung mga maliliit na points na nakikita natin na madali na nabibigay natin sa kabilang team. Ito yung hindi natin nakikita nagbibigay pa ng momentum sa kanila.
When it adds up, doon mo marirealize na dapat hindi mo na lang ginawa.
Minsan nga ma-realize mo once na lumabas na yung stats na, oh, ganito pala karami yung errors namin. So you don't want that. As much as you can, you want to limit your errors in every set.
So always have to have that focus on the court, especially in games like this na wala pa kayong panalo dito sa quarterfinals. Every win is important as we inch closer to the semis.
Both teams needing to warm up more. Siguro it's the weather din, no?
Medyo
Baka
nakakatamad yan.
errors.
Nakakatamad minsan mag-workout or maglaro, lalo na pag malamig, umuulan. Yes, saw it. To track. That was a back set. That is good here for the Angels. 12-8 rather. 4 points up ang Angels early on here in set number 1.
Track wanting a faster set. Chisa at delivering that fast sets because kapag matangkad yung spiker, Billy, malaking bagay yung mas mabilis siya sa blocker kasi nakakaibabaw eh, especially for the imports. Like, Track is there, Limareva is there, malaking bagay maka-over sila sa blockers ng Fighting Warays.
Timeout.
Tama ka dyan, Michelle. We will listen on. We got a timeout here called by the Fighting Warays.
Tacloban. 13. Petro Gazz.
So you're talking about the rainy weather. So kahit time out nga muna yung dalawa natin kubanan, let's talk about you. Of course, gusto ka namin makilala dahil hindi ka namin nakakasama masyado dito sa live stream. So anong mga gusto mong ginagawa? Do you still like to work out when it's raining? Ano yung mga food na gusto mong kainan kapag malamig yung panahon natin?
Kapag malamig yung panahon, hindi ako nag-workout. Kaya, as in, tinatamad ako
Bad
pagdating ko sa...
weather.
Oo, tsaka parang gusto ko nang nakahiga. I like eating soup, but alam mo, for some reason, I do still eat ice cream pag malamig yung panahon sa labas.
Comfort food kasi.
Comfort food. Ako kahit mainit malamig, ice cream talaga is one of my favorites. Not because cool smasher ako, pero ever since, I've always liked it.
Well, if you guys have more questions for Michelle, it can be about this game, can be personal questions or anything for fun, please just tweet us at ABS-CBN Sports gamit ang hashtag na AskMG on PVL. Dahil nga break muna ang Cool Smashers, she's here with us today.
Service. Limareva.
Ayan, so ano naman yung mga madalas gawin ng Cool Smashers dahil break nga kayo? I know you went with Melissa Gohing, diba? Nagbakasyon kayo? For a little while.
Yeah, because biglang umuwi si Coach Tai ng Thailand. Nagbakasyon siya. And then, binigyan niya kami ng time off until today. So, nag-training kami until Saturday. And since it was a holiday, yesterday, hirap makakuha ng court. So, he just decided to give us the break until today. So, malaking bagay yun for us kasi syempre, grabe talaga yung training ni Coach Tai. Kailangan talaga like ready.
Yes.
So we rarely get time off. So now is the best time to really enjoy the break. I went to it wasn't the beach. It was more of a nature park. So we just enjoyed the time off and the break.
Ayan, so good for you guys. I mean, well-deserved naman ng Cool Smashers ang break nyo after the great showing you had in the elimination round. Once again, uulitin namin na ang High Flyers at ang Cool Smashers, they're on a little break, waiting for the next two opponents who will join them in the semifinals. So ongoing po ang ating quarterfinals so far. Ang ating dalawang koponan, they have no wins yet here in the quarterfinals. So, interesting matchup that we have. Now we're going to talk about Anastasia Drac. She is one of the imports of the Angels. As you can see during that game contra Air Force Lady Warriors, she got 16 big points and 11 digs.
She's always been a consistent scorer for her team, but this number, 11 digs, is her career high, I think, for the whole season. So it matters na in front, nakaka-contribute ka, and malaking bagay yung nasa likod ka, nakaka-contribute ka because lagi kang may ka-opposite in volleyball. So it's good na pag ikaw naman nasa likod, you owe it naman to the person in front, natulungan mo naman siya din
Give back
makascore.
naman.
Give back. So it's a very team sport din kasi when you rotate in volleyball. So kailangan talaga magtutulungan bawat miyembro ng team.
Well, Michelle, if you look at our score right
Service.
now, itong Angels tuluyan ng nag-lead nga dito sa ating first set. Sobrang laki na ng lamang nila kontra Fighting Warays. 17-8. So the Fighting Warays need to come up big right here for their team if they want to catch up sa Angels. As you can see, attack points, 9 for the Angels, just 5 for the Tacloban Fighting Warays. Negrito to Prado. And she gets that one to go.
Bravo,
Bawi
the
para
angle.
sa kanyang koponan.
9.
Very smart play from Jovi Prado. You saw that ball already. Sobrang lampas na yun sa antena. When most players give up, you see Jovi Prado, her maturity, kayang-kaya niya gawa ng paraan yun. But you have to credit the blocking also of the Angels in this game. Walang malalakas na palo na lumalampas dito sa side ng Angels.
You can really see that they want to win it. Pero nakulangan na ng konti sa play na iyon at itong Fighting Warays trying to play catch-up here in our first set.
They see na hindi nakaka-penetrate yung malalakas na palo. So why don't you try tipping? So pag nag-drop shot ka naman, malay mo na makakuha ka ng isang natutulog na defender dun sa likod.
At ayun nga yung nangyari kanina sa play na yon, a service error on the part of the Fighting Warays. Another unforced error. Binigay lang sa kalaban. Angels now at 18, Fighting Warays at 10. Layog serving for the Angels. And another point here for the girls in white, looking to get away with set number 1. Ito na nga yung service aces 4 already for the Angels and not so far for the Fighting Warays.
And we're only in the first set, not even done. The Fighting Warays really struggling with their reception in the first set. Kaya hindi sila nakaka-penetrate sa spiking and hindi nila na-distribute masyado yung plays. It's because sa back row pa lang hindi na nakakatid yung bola ng maayos. So you can see na kapag nakakatid nila, nakaka-atake. The players like Amporn can easily score a point if they have a good reception.
So we will see kung ano pang pwede gawin itong Fighting Warays. Really pretty big now, but anything can happen in volleyball. Shola Alvarez serves Chisaed. Bibigay kay Track. Nandoon si Arocha. And great play by Nunag. Just tips it in. No one there for the Fighting Warays.
Sherry Nunag was ready for that over-reception. Easy point for her. She just had to reach in. Pag hindi mo talaga na-control yung bola, laging may blocker dyan by the net waiting for that gift ball.
Siyempre, laging handa ang ating blockers.
Amporn.
Chisa did not expect that. Tumama sa kanyang elbow. Labas ang bola. And Fighting Warays at 12, Angels at 20. Girls in white just 5 points away from winning this set. We got substitutions. Papahinga muna si Prado and si Negrito. We got Marzan coming in.
Guillermo also coming in to be the substitute setter. There's a full front line now for the Fighting Warays, which they need if they want to get back here in the first set. Kaya pa, 8 points behind.
Trying to adjust here sa Angels. Another point given here for the girls in white, inching closer to ending set number 1 in their favor.
Steph Mercado not needing so much power on that spike. Yung saktong-sakto lang na
Konting tansya
mag-over
lang.
yung bola. Yung pag-control eh. Volleyball is all is a sport of controlling the ball. So whoever can control the ball, whoever can control their errors can really have a better chance at winning.
And speaking of controlling the ball, Paneng Mercado not able to control that serve. And point here for the Fighting Warays, hanging on for dear life here in set number 1. Chisaet punta kay Limareva against that one to go. Konting celebration after that attack.
We all know that Limareva did not start the season with Angels, pero yung partnership nila ni Chisaet dito sa game, nakikita mo yung they're very in sync with one another. Of course, it comes from practice, pero yung timing nila is very, very on point.
She definitely looks like a good fit here for the Angels, and another service error for the Angels. Ito naman kay Balawalawa, parang di nakulangan yung wedding magic here in this game.
4 aces dun sa last game eh. Makaisa ka lang today. You're
Tuloy-
on the
tuloy pa
road.
rin yung saya, diba? Chisa just sends it to the other side. Sang Muang. Shen Cruz chases it. Limareva once again, cross-court.
Cross-court shot.
Power, angle, she
3,
had that
14.
to her advantage. Hindi siya, it was a broken play already. Tinaas na lang ni Chisa at Billy, pero you know, she's not that tall. Limareva's
really
not that
isn't.
tall.
Looking at her
Very
now,
smart.
not that tall.
Very smart, very powerful. She knows where to put that ball and where to score a point.
And knows how to use her skills despite her lacking in height. Here we have yung isa sa mga idols mo, Chisaet, getting ready to serve.
Chisa at my
Service.
favorite idol,
Saet.
Ate Chi.
Oh, si Ate Chi, lagi ko yung nakikita dati sa Lasal. Pero
Last one
itong mga
for
service
Tacloban.
errors now hounding the Angels. Michelle, another service error in their part.
Fighting Warays.
24-15, set point na po ang Angels. We got substitutions coming in again. Prado and Negrito come back. Guillermo and Marsan will sit down. We have Kyle Negrito serving for the girls in blue.
I think that's 3 straight service errors for the Angels.
And the
But
Angels take the first set.
kahit na tatlong straight na service errors, na ibawi pa naman nila ang set na ito. They win set number 1, 25-15. Magbabalik po ang Premier Volleyball League Reinforced Conference only here on SNA Livestream.